You can't imagine how many times people say to me, "We have hard time raising our kids." I didn't even need to listen any further, because everything that follows this statement is irrelevant. Regardless of the variety of the issues that arise between generations, all these problems always have same few roots. Most parents today have hard time raising their kids because nobody learns how to do it properly. So we let it happen on itself, just like most other animals do. We think that if we know how to conceive children, bringing them up will take care of itself too. Perhaps if you are an animal, even in a human life form, you might leave it to a chance, just teach your offspring how to survive. But the true humans need to know at least the basics of the proper child raising. Centuries ago, when the physical survival was a major issue, knowledge and skills were passed on from one generation to the next one. Back then, a child was never asked what he wanted to be and to do in life. If a boy's father was, say, a blacksmith, with 99.99% probability, the boy would also become a blacksmith, remain a blacksmith all his life, and in turn pass it on to his son too. There is a great movie, A Knight's Tale, showing that 0.01% of the exception to this custom. Until recently, it was a relic of the dark medieval ages. As we settle comfortably at the lower levels of the Maslow pyramid, where we are concerned only with physical survival, we start to look around for a higher call, like self-expression. Today, a blacksmith's son might become a software engineer if he wants to. And the father doesn't have to convince him to follow the family tradition using his blacksmith hammer. Still, most parents today see their children as extension of themselves, someone who will accomplish what they couldn't. My father, for example, always wanted to become a great tennis player. He didn't, so he decided that I will become one. The logic behind it is simple. You grab from me this relay stick and carry it over to the finish line, as if there was some finish line. Unable to get me interested in tennis, he simply forced me to play it. Needless to say, my avoidance skills have developed much better than the tennis techniques. By the way, the moment my father quit forcing me to play tennis, I fell in love with it, and I play tennis since then. Another proof that violence doesn't work. Most parents today don't know two things: where to guide their children and how to do it properly. No wonder a lot of children rebel. Depending on their personality, they will either direct this discontent within themselves, withdrawing into their shell and not letting their parents into their lives, or outside, which may take any form, from maintaining low personal hygiene all the way to fleeing the house. I have chosen the second. Personal hygiene is high among my priorities. Another thing, most people today are weak and insecure. Many of them are trying, assert themselves by finding someone weaker and pushing them around. Such people see their children as their subordinates, over whom they can exercise unlimited control. Again, those children that have at least some personality rebel. Now, when I reminded you how it shouldn't be, let me show you how it should. There is a natural, so to say, ecological approach to raising children, prescribed by our Creator. Unlike most of my colleagues in psychology, I didn't make it up. According to the original life manual, the raising of children is simple. Help them find their true life passion and support it financially and morally, while giving your children plenty of love. Simple, agree? Another important thing. As a child grows up, each age period has its specific way of relationships. The ancient manuals say that up until 5 years old, your child is a king. A king cannot take no as an answer. You might get beheaded. So you should know how to carefully balance an unlimited freedom for your child king with reasonable restrictions. For example, when your toddler is about to flush down the toilet your phone, you can't just say no. A king doesn't take no for an answer, remember? But neither you can afford clogging your toilet with your phones. What to do? You simply distract your little king with something more exciting. After about 5 years old, the child becomes a soldier, in a sense that he should learn to get used to discipline and some responsibility. A king doesn't want to lose his privileges, so switching away from this role is hard, but necessary. Otherwise, your child will grow up to be spoiled and helpless. We see it all the time today. For example, when a single mother cannot exert a needed discipline, first of all, self-discipline, to force herself to be more strict with her children. So they grow up in one of the extremes, either too spoiled or too oppressed. Single parenting is very unhealthy. The child will definitely have some psychological abnormalities. In the same age-old original life manual, there is a great metaphor of parenting. It is being compared to the work of a potter. Creating a pot while the clay is still soft. The potter uses his one hand to support the wall from within, like a mother supports her child with her soft love and tenderness. With the other hand, the potter exerts the needed pressure to the outside of the pot wall. This symbolizes the discipline that the father applies to his child. If a potter uses only one hand, whether inside or outside the pot, it will inevitably collapse. The pot, not the potter. Same with parenting. A lot of single women are spending tons of resources and energy trying to raise children by themselves. But if you spend even a few % of these efforts on finding a worthy partner, your life will be much better and easier. Recently I spoke about it. The link will be at the end of this video. By definition, a mother loves her children more than the father, so she cannot do both efficiently. Like a potter can't apply pressure with a single hand on the inside and the outside of the pot he makes. I saw single mothers who had become strong and tough in order to single-handedly raise their children. The result was always sad, both for them and for their kids. Okay, back to the rules that work. Between 5 and around 15, the child is a soldier. During this period, you need to be strict while remaining loving, until your child grows older and turns into a friend. This period is the final. From then on, you will be communicating with your children on equal terms, or will not be communicating with them at all. Besides Christmas maybe, when they may come over to your house, following the tradition rather than the call of their hearts. You can push your friends around or tell them what to do. Here is a hack to healthy communication with your adolescent children. Whenever you want to ask them something or say something to them, think of your friend, someone you have of more or less your age, and ask yourself, would I say it to my friend? If not, don't say it to your kids, neither. And don't demand anything from them. A true friendship doesn't involve this kind of violence. If you follow these recommendations, your child will grow up to be a good person, maybe even great, regardless of what profession he will have. This is totally irrelevant, especially for you. Again, these are not my fantasies. This is the rules written by our OEM. For millennia, people lived by these rules and everything with them was fine. Children loved and respected their parents, didn't abandon them, didn't send them to a retirement house. When you're looking at your child, you're looking in the mirror. If you don't like what you see there, guess who should be fixed? Raise yourself properly and follow the natural rules, not those that our famous psychologists keep inventing out of blue. Have problems or questions? Ask here, or join me at my free webinars on Saturday mornings. I promise to help you.